Saturday night
There
at
he
Bristol.
is, Connor Zilisch, the winner
The
in
NASCAR
Bristol.
O'Reilly Auto Parts Series takes the green flag with 38 cars in the field. 300 laps later, when the checkered flag falls, look at the top 5 finishers. First place, JR Motorsports. Second place, JR Motorsports. Fourth place, JR Motorsports. Fifth place, JR Motorsports. One team, 4 cars, 4 of the top 5 spots. In 9 races this season, they've already put 4 different drivers in victory lane. And the rest of the garage is finally starting to panic. Here's why. If you don't understand what's happening at JR Motorsports right now, stop what you're doing, because this is one of the most dominant organizational runs in modern NASCAR history. And what just happened at Bristol Motor Speedway is the loudest proof yet. JR Motorsports, JRM, is the team co-owned by Dale Earnhardt Jr. They compete primarily in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, which is the second-tier circuit, what most fans still call Xfinity. In the sports hierarchy, they're one level below the Cup Series, but in 2026, they are racing like something closer to a superpower. According to the NASCAR.com race recap filed Saturday night, Connor Zilisch's win at Bristol made him the 4th different JR Motorsports driver to win a race this season. And we're only 9 races in. Let that number land. 4 different winners. 9 races. That means if you watched a random O'Reilly race in 2026 so far, there's nearly a 50% chance a JRM car would take the checkered flag. And it wouldn't even be the same driver each time. But here's what the critics said. And this is important, because it sets up everything that happened at Bristol. They said, sure, JRM is fast, but Bristol is a short track, and short tracks are Kyle Larson's playground. Larson is going to show up, run them all down, and remind everyone that JRM's success is about opportunity, not dominance. Wait until Larson shows up in their own car. Then we'll see who's actually running that team. Fair enough. Larson showed up. In JRM equipment, in fact. And what happened next is going to get studied in team meetings for the next month. Let's go to the tape. Per the NASCAR.com recap and Speedway Digest's coverage, the Suburban Propane 300 played out like a company showcase. Kyle Larson, driving a JRM car, led 230 of 300 laps, swept both stages, and was the fastest car on the track all night. Justin Allgaier, the series points leader, another JRM car, chased him throughout the race. Connor Zilisch, another JRM car, was moving through traffic and positioning for the end. Carson Kvapil, another JRM car, was running in the top 10 and quietly assembling his own statement of a night. 4 different cars. 1 team, all in contention at different points of the race. When Mason Maggio's engine blew on the backstretch and erupted in flames on pit road, per the NASCAR.com recap, it was actually Allgaier's JRM crew members who ran across pit lane to help pull Maggio out of the cockpit. That detail alone says everything about where this team lives in the garage. They were first to respond because their driver was the closest. Then came the strategy split at lap 270. Galding spins. Caution comes out. Zilisch stays out on old tires. Larson pits for new rubber. And here's the thing, though, and I need you to pay attention here because this is the part everyone is missing. When the race came back green, the driver on old tires protecting the bottom was JRM. The driver on fresh tires chasing him from 4th was JRM. Whoever was going to win this race was going to be a JR Motorsports car. The only question was which one. Think about that. In the closing stretch of one of the most historic short tracks in NASCAR, JRM had already won. They were just racing each other to decide who got the trophy. The checkered flag fell with Connor Zilisch in first, Kyle Larson second, then Brent Cruz of Joe Gibbs racing in third, the only non-JRM car in the top 5, piggybacking on the same strategy call that won it for Zilisch. Fourth, Justin Allgaier, also JRM. Fifth, Carson Cavapil, also JRM, per Speedway Digest's recap. Zilisch picked up his first win of the season, his first at Bristol and the 12th of his career. He was one of 4 JRM drivers in the top 5. Now let's widen the lens. Per the NASCAR.com recap, Justin Allgaier, finishing 4th, collected his 8th career $100,000-4 cash bonus as the highest finisher among the 4 drivers eligible for it. 8th career bonus. Read that number. And he retained his series points led by 130 points over second-place Sheldon Creed, who ran 6th. A 3-time winner already in 2026, Allgaier isn't just leading the series, he's running away with it. And he just had an off night where he finished 4th and still walked out with a 6-figure check. That's not a good team. That's not even a great team. That's what organizational dominance looks like at a level the O'Reilly Series has rarely seen. And then there's Corey Day. Per the same NASCAR.com recap, Day finished 8th, and in doing so recorded his 8th straight top 10 finish of the season. 8 in a row, as a rookie. Day isn't a JRM driver, he's a Hendrick Motorsports development driver running for Cowlig, but his streak underscores how ruthless the top of this series has become. The teams that are winning everywhere, and JRM is winning more than anyone. Here's the quote that should scare the rest of the field. Zilisch, per NASCAR.com. That was awesome. It's been a tough past 2 weeks for me in the Cup Series, and it feels good to come back down here into the O'Reilly Series and prove that I can still do it. Translate that. He's saying, even when I'm struggling in the Cup Series, I can come back to JRM and win. That's not confidence in himself. That's confidence in the team. And when the drivers believe the car under them is a winning car no matter what, you get exactly what happened Saturday night. 4 cars in the top 5. Now here's the part that should make every non-JRM team in the O'Reilly Series nervous. And if you've been waiting for the punchline of this video, this is it. Let's stack the evidence. 4 different JRM winners through 9 races, per the NASCAR.com recap. 4 of the top 5 at Bristol, per Speedway Digest. Justin Allgaier leads the series by 130 points with 3 wins already and an 8th-4 cash bonus in the bank. Connor Zilisch just added win number 12 of his career, his first ever short-track victory, on a strategy call that worked because JRM's team had the courage to make it. Carson Cavapil is running top 5 nights at age 22. And the crew chief who pulled the trigger on the winning call, Rodney Childers, one of the most respected crew chiefs in the entire sport, is now telling Zilisch when to stay out and when to pit. Add it all up. JRM has 4 winners, the points leader, a rookie development pipeline producing top 5 finishes, legendary crew chiefs making winning calls, and the ability to pull Kyle Larson into their own cars as a part-time driver and still beat him with a younger teammate. That's not a team that's having a hot stretch. That's a team that has built the best version of the O'Reilly Series sandbox and invited everyone else to try to catch up. Here's the math that should terrify the rest of the field heading to Kansas next Saturday, the next O'Reilly Series race per NASCAR.com. If JRM can put 4 cars in the top 5 at Bristol, a short track that was supposedly Larson's territory, what do they do at Kansas, at Texas, at Talladega, and most importantly, when the playoffs come? and one JRM driver has to push another JRM driver aside to win a championship, who does Dale Jr. bet on? Because right now, he doesn't have to choose. Right now, the house always wins, and the rest of the O'Reilly series is starting to look like they're just playing for second place. So here's what I want you to think about, and I mean really think about it. Dale Earnhardt Jr. retired from full-time cup racing years ago. He could have walked away. Instead, he built a team. And in 2026, that team just put 4 cars in the top 5 at one of the most iconic tracks in stock car racing. His series points leader, Justin Allgaier, has won 3 races and 130 points worth of breathing room. His part-time superstar, Kyle Larson, leads 230 of 300 laps on a Saturday night in one of his cars. His rookie-turned-savior, Connor Zilisch, wins his first short track race on a bold strategy call, and his development driver, Carson Kvapil, rounds out a top 5 sweep that shouldn't be possible in this sport. Is JR Motorsports going to win the 2026 O'Reilly Auto Parts Series Championship? Probably. Nobody else looks close. But ask yourself this. If 4 different drivers in one organization can all win races, what happens when the championship comes down to 2 of them? What does Dale Jr. do when his own drivers have to race each other for a title? Because this isn't a will JRM win the championship question anymore. This is a which JRM driver wins it question. And that's the single most dangerous spot a team can be in. Drop your prediction in the comments. Which JRM driver wins the title? Like this video if you think this team runs the table. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you at Kansas.